Arlington police released video of a deadly officer-involved shooting that happened earlier this month. Police Chief Al Jones says this was one of those instances where his officers had to make a split-second decision. Fox 4's Sean Rabb in studio with our story. Sean.
Let me start by telling you the confrontation is quick and violent, and it may be disturbing for some to watch. Arlington police did release only a short segment of video from the officers, not the interaction when officers first arrived, but starting when officers saw a weapon.
The last thing anyone in this department want to do is use deadly force. 99% of the time, we're able to successfully resolve situations without reaching that point.
But October 7th, about 9 at night, contact with a suspicious person at an apartment complex in the 1400 block of East Lamar became a deadly confrontation when Arlington officers answered a 911 call for a man looking into vehicles, and the caller believed he had a gun.
They quickly located the man, who was identified as 34-year-old Tony Coward. He was laying on his back on the hood of a vehicle.
The chief says as officers approached, Coward sat up, and officers saw a weapon and began giving commands, continuing to shine flashlights on him.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
As you just saw, once our officer realized Mr. Coward was armed, they began giving him commands to show his hands. Instead, Mr. Coward reached down, grabbed a gun, raised it, pointed in the direction of the officers. Both officers then fired their service weapon multiple times, striking Mr. Coward.
Arlington showed still images taken from the body camera video showing Tony Coward laying on the vehicle, gun at his right side, him sitting up, seemingly showing the 34-year-old with a gun in his hands, pointing it towards the officers.
Although it's difficult to see in the video, we know that Mr. Coward fired a round. Investigators recovered a spent shell casing at the scene.
That shell casing, Jones says, was tested and proved to be a direct match to the gun Coward had. Tony Coward had minor run-ins with police previously for theft, public intoxication, trespassing, and 2 years ago, Arlington police assisted with an emergency mental health detention on him. But October 7th, 9 at night, officers had no idea who the man was that prompted a suspicious person 911 call, ending in a deadly confrontation.
These situations can go from 0 to 100, especially if the person is not following commands, and start to escalate the situation on us.
So the 911 call was about a suspicious man looking into cars. Chief says there was no indication any vehicles in that apartment parking lot had been broken into. Tony Coward did not live at those apartments, but a family member did live there. That may explain why he was in the area. Both criminal and administrative investigations into the shooting still taking place.